From SwissWatchExpo. Spotlight on Rolex GMT-Master, 1675. The quintessential GMT-Master. The Rolex GMT-Master 1675 is one of Rolex's biggest hits. Considered the emblematic GMT-Master, it was produced from 1959 to 1980, enjoying one of the longest runs in the brand's history. True to form with Rolex, 1675 models were given subtle, incremental changes throughout its 20-year history. Meaning, there is no shortage of models out there to explore. Let's check them out. The 1675 is the second generation of the GMT Master, replacing the first model, reference 6542. Important changes were made to the 1675. First was the introduction of crown guards, and second was replacing the fragile, radium bakelite bezel, with an aluminum insert. Both changes made the watch robust enough for daily wear. These improvements, along with its sheer beauty, made the 1675 popular. Along the way, Rolex introduced a succession of variations, in dials, hands, and other features. This makes the 1675 a model that's quite fun to get lost in. Let's check them out. Let's start with the bezels. While the red-blue Pepsi bezel is the most popular of the 1675 models, there have also been other colors for the bezel, either launched by Rolex, or as a product of age. There's the root beer, at left, launched in the early 70s, which marks Rolex's introduction of the steel and gold variation to the 1675 line. There are also tropical dials, like the one at right. These are originally red-blue Pepsi models that have faded to become a light blue and fuchsia bezel. The 1675 also comes in black bezels. One that's all black, with white 24-hour numerals, and another in a black and yellow-gold combination. At right is the blueberry, a very rare, solid blue bezel, which Rolex produced exclusively for the French and UAE Air Force. It remains elusive and is often counterfeited. The 1675 dials also changed through the course of production. The first-generation models have glossy, black dials with gilt, or warm gold text. Among the glossy dials, there are still many different variations, such as those with chapter rings, and those without. By the mid-1960s, the glossy, gilt dials were changed to matte black dials, with white text. This gave the 1675 a more modern look. The 1675 was also made available in two kinds of bracelets. First is the oyster bracelet, used in other Rolex sport models, which makes the 1675 look more rugged and sportier. At right is the Jubilee, whose small, center links make the watch look dressier. As the first Rolex GMT Master with crown guards, these had variations as well. First was the pointed crown, often called El Cornino, because of its resemblance to horns. It can be seen in earlier models, and until the mid-1960s. Later versions were then replaced with flat-edged crown guards, as seen here. Given their longer production period, most 1675 models have this kind of crown guard. And finally, we have the GMT Hand, which is integral to the GMT Master. Used in conjunction with the 24-hour bezel, it lets the wearer read time in a second time zone. This early model has a small arrow at the end of its red 24-hour hand, as you can see. On this model, at left, you'll see that the arrow has been replaced by a larger hand. All models from the late 1960s reflected this change, to offer better legibility. All these changes make the Rolex GMT-Master 1675 interesting to explore. As always, the key is to do your homework before buying the watch. Which of the 1675 models did you like best? Tell us in the comments section. Want more? For the best and the latest in watches, head over to the Watch Club by SwissWatchExpo. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.